Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Isn't it so cute? Okay, so this is using a brand new stamp set out of the new catalog. It's not available until June 4th unless you're a demonstrator. This is one of our stamp sets that's a pre-order. I love it. I'm obsessed. I've got 4 projects to show you over the next week. And now here's the catch. This Share What You Love Designer Series paper, I'm going to be using it on all 4 of the projects, and it is retiring. I will tell you this pack of paper is awesome for this stamp set. I don't think that there's another pack of paper that's 12 by 12 that's going to go with this stamp set quite like the Share What You Love paper is. So if you haven't already ordered this pack of Designer Series paper, you might want to check it out. Okay, let me give you the measurements. So this is, like I said, the Share What You Love Designer Series paper, and it measures 6 by 9.5. I've got Pool Party. This is just a scrap for our 2 circles here. And then some Whisper White. I've got 2 just in case I mess up on the first one. And this measures 2.5 by 1 3/4. I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool. Escape side first, which measures 6 inches. And I'm going to score it at 1 1/4 on both sides. Okay, so 1 1/4 and then turn it and 1 1/4. Then I'm going to turn it on the landscape side, and I hope I called that other side the right side. This was portrait. Hope I said that right. And this is landscape, which is the 9.5 inch side. And I'm going to score this at 1, 2 1/4, 5 1/4, and 6.5. Okay, now let's fold this on the score lines. My bone folder here. I love this pack of paper. I wish it was not retiring. I do have enough to probably make a make and take packet available. Okay, so here's the template. This will be included on the inspiration sheet. Okay, this is how we're going to cut it. So I'm going to come over here to the side, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut up to the score line, and I'm going to do this on both sides. Okay, so there's that. And now over here, and here, here, and here. Okay, now this is the skinny side right here, up here. Okay, down here it's much wider. So this is the top of our box, and what we're going to do is remove those 2 pieces. And then for this one right here, we're going to angle cut it, okay? So just remember, start at the bottom and go to the top, because this is the top of our box, okay? Just like that. Now we want to place adhesive on these 2 tabs, but I'm going to give them a slight trim, because you know when you're making boxes and bags, a lot of times those little tabs, they could use a little extra trim. Okay, now let's get the tear and tape. So I'm going to put adhesive, like I said, on the tabs. Okay, so to recap that, I just put tear and tape on these 2 tabs, and then we're going to put tear and tape over here and over here. Whoops, I'm going off on that one, so let's go in a different direction. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take my, I'm sorry, my camera keeps jumping today. I think I've got something stuck under my mount over there. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in just like that. And fold that in just like that. Okay, now we're going to do these sides. This is my 3rd try on this video. I ran out of space on my iPhone again, and didn't know that it wasn't recording. So this is take number 3. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I line up the top. If the bottom doesn't line up, that's not the end of the world. The top is the most important. So I'm making sure that that lines up. Okay, if you have any pieces that overhang just the sliver, you can whack that off. This side looks good. Okay, now this is going to go in like that, and this is going to go over like that. And then I'm going to take my flax ribbon, and I'm going to attempt to tie a bow. I keep looking at my camera now, though, or my phone, wondering, is it going to run out of space again? Okay, I need a little bit more room to tie a bow. Make sure it's not twisted. You could always tie a knot if you prefer. You don't have to tie a bow. I just think that sometimes bows make a project. Okay. Pretty good, right? Trim the ends. Now let's stamp. I'm using Memento ink. This is one of my Paper Pumpkin clear blocks. All my others have, I've been stamping so much lately that all my blocks they've got images on them. Okay, now let's stamp the little pieces of grass. We are using lots of Stampin' Blend markers. Okay, let me go through the list. Light Pool Party, Light Flirty Flamingo, Light Granny Apple Green, Dark Crumb Cake, Light Rich Razzleberry, Light Smoky Slate, and Light Petal Pink. So the only dark was the crumb cake. So we'll start with that one. While I'm coloring, I'm going to remind you guys that I am on my final stretch to reach my 2 million. And I've got 3 host codes on my website, so I know that's a little confusing, but I am trying to work really hard on reaching that goal this month. And so if you are confused with my host codes that are out there, let me know. There's one for the Piece of Cake Make and Take packet. There's my May code. And then there is now my 2 million host code. So I understand that's a lot of host codes in 1 month, but I really want to work for it. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So again, if you're confused, let me know. If you are wanting to place an order for the packet, I can point you in that direction. If you want to place an order for the for just the May code, I can point you in that direction. So yeah, whatever it is you're wanting, let me know. I did not specify the gift for the 2 million because I don't know what's going to be in stock. Since we've had some issues with back orders, I don't really want to specify the gift in June when the catalog goes live because I don't know what's going to be available. Now I'm taking the Granny Apple Green and I'm just going to stamp some grass, or just color some grass down here. Whoops, I forgot up here. And then now the Light Pool Party. So we're just going to give it a little bit of a blue sky. Now let's take the Bermuda Bay with the Dream Big. Now don't forget that the 3/4 inch circle punch is retiring, okay? So that's what I use to cut out the dream. So of the projects I'm using today, the Share What You Love Designer Series paper is retiring, and the 3/4 inch circle punch. I think that's it. Although those are 2 big things, because this pack of paper just matches the cow set perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue dots and add the big. And then I'm going to add this one with a dimensional. It looks like my regular dimensionals have disappeared, so I'll use a mini. They have to be around here somewhere because I just used them on take number 2. Now I'm going to turn this over and put 2 dimensionals, and I want to make sure that one's on the left and one's on the right so that it goes across the ribbon, so that when whoever opens the box, they don't rip the image. Okay, so that's going there, and then the final step is I'm going to take a rhinestone and add one of these to the front. Okay, so here's my original. Here's the one we just made. Don't forget, free inspiration sheet over on my website. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.